I think at its height, we were at over 500,000 people have fled. A lot of them have walked for hours, not days, to get to that point. So we saw a lot of mothers with their children. Some of them had injuries as a result of a long journey, but others because they were affected by the bombs. They had open wounds. There were other more elderly people who were dehydrated. They needed wheelchairs. I think for me, the image that stuck the most was there were a number of children because it was there were so many people. A lot of children were separated from their family during the course of the escape. I saw a lot of very moving scenarios, which I did not expect. I mean, Syria has been through more than 13 years of conflict. About 90% of the population is reliant on humanitarian assistance. So we're talking about Syrians who are reliant on humanitarian assistance, opening their doors to Lebanese and sharing their homes, sharing their what they had, little that they had with them. I visited a family, an old man who was housing his entire family, 3 generations who were living there, 33 people in one house. And he constructed tents in the back. He'd opened up his kitchen just so that everybody could have a place to live. There were Syrians who was living in a single room with 4 people, hosting a Lebanese family of 4. So all of a sudden you've doubled and you have 8 people living in this room, but they were still willing to do that. So yeah, I mean, there are a lot of beautiful stories like that.
I've seen reports in the media that many Syrians had previously fled their hometowns due to the civil war. You said because of the Lebanon-Israel conflict, they returned to their homes in Syria. I don't know what kind of complex emotion it is.
All of them were very emotional about returning. Some of them had not been back for 10, 12 years. And they understood that what they go back to may not be what they remember. Many are going back to either partially or fully damaged houses. They've been looted, so all their possessions are gone. But even then, when you meet with the Syrians who return back, there is that connection with their home, connection with their land that's embedded in their identity, which comes out. I've been reading the reports. They break down crying because they never thought that they would be able to come back. It's been 13 years and they're there, and a lot of what we're doing right now is consoling them and helping them understand what the realities on the ground is so that they're prepared when they go back and that they know if they need assistance, where they can turn to, where UNHCR and other humanitarian services are available in their areas that they go back to.